Women are not taught how to value men. Women are not taught how to value men. Here goes the clip.
Core of it is like women haven't been taught to value men. So if I don't value something, I can't consider what that thing is looking for, right? So I value a job, so I'm gonna read the job description. They're looking for somebody with these skills, with this education, with this experience. But when it comes to a man, you don't consider what he's looking for because I feel a sense of entitlement to a good man. And I always use the metaphor of like, if you are a basketball player, did y'all play basketball?
I did.
Okay, you played basketball. All right. And what position did you play?
Forward.
You played forward. Let's say a 5-star recruit was transferring to your school. Which position would you prefer that they played and they didn't play? Would you want another forward or would you want maybe a point guard?
No, a point guard.
Definitely had to be a point guard.
So when we're hearing all these women talk about, oh, I make 6 figures, I'm educated, I'm well known in the community, all this masculine stuff, it's like you play forward and you want another forward to want you. When just like you said, a forward is looking for a point guard. I'm going to get the rebounds. I need somebody who can shoot and pass the ball.
But they're missing that balance.
It's all about balance. And that's the other essence of a woman. She brings balance to a man's life. Because we're all about efficiency as men, right? That's why you know people joke, oh, he only got 2 things in the fridge, or he only got a couch and a TV. We're all about efficiency. What a woman brings is balance.
Yes.
Right? But if she's not leading with that essence, it's off-putting to us. Even if she looked good in the whole 9. If you've had good-looking women, if you've been around women, it ain't gonna mean shit. But this other woman, she might not be as good-looking, but she has that essence. She walks into the room with that energy. She has a smile. She has a sunny disposition. She doesn't look like the world owes her nothing. I'm going that way 10 times out of 10, for sure. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it sucks now because even the idea of women smiling or men even encouraging women to smile is now viewed as an insult. It's now viewed as, nigga, what the fuck you do? I don't need to smile. And now resting bitch face is praised.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, are you guys looking at the big picture? Like a lot of dudes, and to your question, how do we fix this? A lot of dudes' answer to that is we're going to leave.
Yeah.
And we're going to have them sit with their nonsense and have them die alone like Kevin Samuels and people like that would say. And eventually, maybe the next generation of women will figure it out. And I'm shouting like, yo, the good dudes are leaving and the bad dudes, they just going to keep fucking y'all over because there's no incentive for them to change.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Women are not taught how to value men. Go ahead, Clout.
I just got to respond because what he said just sounds almost exactly like what I said. I think it was last week or the week before when I was saying like a lot of women think that the way to attract a baller is by showing off their dribble. And it's like, nah, I don't want to see your dribble. I want to go for the girl who's bringing me the waters and the Gatorades at the end of the game. The woman who's wrapping my ankles and wrapping my knees up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, he's essentially saying the same thing. A lot of women don't know how to value a man. And a lot of times the way that they think they're valuing a man is actually competing. You know, like they're trying to be a baller too. They're trying to be a forward too. And it's like, well, we don't need another forward on the team. We need a manager. We might need some cheerleaders. We might need somebody a medic or whatever. But we definitely don't need more players on the court. So I completely agree with him. A lot of women have absolutely no idea how to value men, and they're not even taught that they should value men in any way. So by the time they start realizing that they should, and that it's something that they should learn how to do, a lot of time it's too late for them.
Yo, Cloud, this actually goes back to something you just said a few moments ago, which is feminism, right? Because feminism has told women that they should be strong, right? It's taught them so many different ways to be masculine, right? You need to get money like men do. You need the opportunities that they are. You need to go ahead and date 1,000,000 guys and catch as many bodies as they can in their 20s. And the problem is every single thing that feminism has taught them repels men, and they don't understand that part. They think that them doing what it is that we do is going to attract them. That would be equivalent to me thinking that I could just go ahead and act like a woman and start attracting attracting women. Like, I can't just say, oh, you know what? I'm about to go get some high heels right now, and I'm going to attract women. I can't start acting feminine and start switching and waving my fingers and pop. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. So I don't understand how there's such a disconnect and why they think that men would be attracted to masculine things. They're not attractive. And I don't know why women don't understand that part, because we get it. We know that we can't behave like that for the most part. We understand that behaving like a woman and doing things that are feminine are not going to attract women, or at least even if we don't know, when we think it's cool to just start crying and being whatever, we learn the hard way that that's not it. That's not what it is. We learn, at least in our adolescence, like years, to say, all right, this isn't going to work. This is not what's attracting women. I'm going to have to get them on purpose. I'm going to have to do things like, we know the duties within the assignment, and women are having serious trouble understanding the assignment is coming from feminism, it's coming from singlehood, have a disdain for men, right? And they're teaching women how to be like, so there's so many bad sources that they have access to, and not very many good sources they have access to. They don't have a man in the house to show why a man should be appreciated. They have the absence of a man to show why you don't need a man. So how the hell are they going to know how to appreciate and treat us if they have never been taught to?
I want to add something to what you said, because like there's an example of this. I was having a conversation with a young lady last week, and we talked about this, and I was saying, like, even if you look at entertainment, right? If you look at like whoever at any given time is considered the most masculine artist, let's say it's a 50 Cent, Little Baby, whoever, right? If you go to that artist show, right, they're attracting the opposite sex. If you go to that artist show, the crowd is full of women, right? However, if you go to the epitome of what's considered femininity today, which is a Beyonce, notice that as feminine, quote unquote, as Beyonce is, she doesn't attract heterosexual men at all. If you go to a Beyonce show, you'll almost see zero heterosexual men in the crowd. It'll be mostly women and homosexual men. So if you even just look at that dynamic, it just shows how far women are off from actually understanding men at all. Because there was a time where a female artist of that caliber would attract men to their concert. You know, like men would be online to go see this feminine person. But that doesn't happen in today. The female artists are attracting women, and the male artists are attracting. So the males are expressing what it takes to draw the opposite sex to them, but the females are expressing what it takes to draw the same sex to them. So I just found that to be interesting.
All right, let me go ahead and get some of the other guys in here on this. Women are not taught how to value men. I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Sweeney. What are your thoughts?
I kind of want to touch on something really quick, because I think, was that Trev that mentioned the whole smiling thing? Was that you, Trev? Somebody mentioned something about women smiling.
No,
it was a dude in the video. The guy in the video said that.
Oh yeah.